That big 157-foot yacht can be yours for free. Here's the rest of the story. Gather around, little children. Let's hear the story of this yacht and how it's been here for 50 years, but you could get it for free. We are in a little town called Smith River in Northern California. Population 866. How did this ship end up on the side of the road? Well, she started her life in 1925 and was delivered from Germany to New York City as a mega yacht. And when I tell you it was a fancy yacht for its day, it was a $500,000 price tag, which was a lot, many millions of dollars in today's money. There's an owner's cabin and 5 other guest cabins. I mean, it is something fancy, and it tooled around as a mega yacht for quite some time, but then World War II happened. And the Caritas, as she was known when she was first a yacht, became the USS Garnet when it was requisitioned by the U.S. Navy in 1941. So in 1942, this bad boy had gone from Germany to New York to California and was now in Pearl Harbor and had 50 sailors, a cat, a dog, and a monkey named Jojo on it. After surviving 6 hurricanes, it was actually decommissioned in 1945, and the engine was pulled and the wiring, and it was set to go for scrap metal. Mr. Landers in Baltimore actually saved the ship, and meanwhile, here in Smith River, there was a couple, Joe and Betty. Joe and Betty Circa were running a fishing camp here in Smith River, and one of their employees way back then got drunk and burnt down all of their buildings. So they were in the market for a new structure to put their fishing camp and office and living quarters in. So guess what they decided to get? Now the challenge was that the ship was a good 1,000 miles away in Southern California, so they bought it and they had it towed up to Eureka, California, where they then put it in the Smith River to tow it on down the Smith River. And it wasn't actually here that it was towed to. About a quarter mile in that direction is where the Smith River comes into the Pacific Ocean, and that's where it was towed to in 1950, and it stayed there for 14 years. Joe and Betty used this ship as their home. It was a cocktail lounge. It was called the Ship Ashore when it was way back there on the mouth of the Smith River. And when they retired, they actually sold it. Now, before they retired, they had bought some life-size pirates. There's a pirate's den inside this bad boy, which just sounds creepy as hell. I'd love to see it. But then they sold it in 1964 to a couple of brothers, the Westbrook brothers, Hank and Chopper. So Hank and Chopper saw it when it was way down there, and they said, no, we want to bring it up to 101. So they took 10 Caterpillar pieces of machinery, and they towed this bad boy up to the road. It took them 12 hours. Okay, 12 tractors, 10 hours, towed it up here, and this is where it's been for the last 50 years. It has been here as a gift shop, as a museum, as a restaurant, and was quite a big success. It brought a lot of tourists to this area for many, many years, and here's what happened. From Germany to New York to California, to Hawaii, back to California, and sitting here for all those decades. It survived 6 hurricanes and carried a monkey named Jojo. It's got pirates in its den and has attracted millions of tourists to this area. And after all that, one man took this ship down. Now, let me just say, a couple of my dearest friends are in wheelchairs and need buildings to be ADA compliant. I get the need. As a matter of fact, I am helping to run some RV resorts and will become a consultant to help them to make their parks ADA compliant and have RVs that folks who are disabled can come and visit and see this beauty. So I get the need for ADA. But here's the thing. A ship like this having its death because one guy didn't like that it wasn't ADA compliant, that's just wrong. So, amongst other businesses in the area that got shut down for not being ADA compliant, this bad boy has been sitting here for the last 10 years vacant. Now, here's some good news. This land abuts some land that's owned by a Native American tribe here in this area, and they were able to acquire it so that they can expand their area. Now, what are they going to do with it? There are 100 RV spots over there that are empty. It looks like a drive-in. It's so bizarre. There's about 50 mobile homes that are still being rented. The space is being rented here. There's a hotel right on the water and some lodging. It's been said that they might put a bigger casino here. There might be restaurants and more lodging, etc. So they're in the works of what are they going to do to really bring up the value of this property. But one thing is certain, from my research, they don't want that. And so you can have it for free. Now, I don't own it, but this is what my research has found. If anybody wants to get said yacht, they can get it for free. Here's the trick. Here's the buy-in. It's going to take, because you got to pull it about 4 miles down the road to Brookings, Oregon, which is the closest port. It's got to be towed down there to get in the water, to be towed to a place to rehab it. And it's been said it'll take about 3 years, which means more like 5 or 6. And it's been said that it'll take about $50 million. $50 million to rehab it and bring it back to its original glory. So if you'd like a free yacht, and if you'd like a piece of America's history, there you have it, folks. The Caritas that turned to the USS Garnet and was the ship ashore for many years and is now available for you for free. And as Paul Harvey would say, that is the rest of the story.